Welcome to another GPU test. In this video, I'm going to be running this MSI RTX 5060 in some Blender rendering scenes, as well as a Viewport test, and we'll compare the OpenGL backend for Blender 4.5 with the Vulcan backend, which has shown some nice speedups across all brands of GPUs so far. And then we will also run the Blender Opendata benchmark at the end. And on the screen here, you can see the system specs for the test bench. It is a Gigabyte X570 Aorus Ultra motherboard with the AMD Ryzen 9 5950X 16-core CPU and 64 gigabytes of RAM. And then obviously we'll be testing the RTX 5060 for this video. We'll start off here showing the renders, and I'll speed through them real quick, and then we'll talk about the results after that. Okay, now I'm just going to show the renders. We're running Classroom, Barbershop, Lone Monk, and Scanland scenes, and I'm not going to talk too much about them anymore. I just like to show them because people have questioned whether I actually run these or not for some reason in the past, so I'll just show them sped up a lot so that it's kind of all on film here, and we'll go and compare the actual numbers that I got from these here in just a little bit after we run the Viewport speed tests. Okay, so now we're going to run the Viewport tests, and we're going to start with the OpenGL backend. And so I'll just do what I normally do and just hit play here, and we'll record the frame rate. So it looks like we're getting about 7 frames per second, just playing this back. And I play it back without any materials turned on, and we'll record that, and then we'll show it with materials in just a second. So about 6.75 frames per second is what we're getting. And then I will reopen this and switch to the Vulcan background, so you have to switch it and then restart Blender. So I'll switch that now, save preferences, and then restart it here in just a second. Okay, now we're back into Blender with the Vulcan backend selected, and this is Blender 4.5, by the way, for both of these Viewport tests. So we'll close the settings here, and I'll just tap space to play again. And we'll record the difference in the frame rate. And so now, with no other changes, it looks like we're getting about 7.7 frames per second. So we gained about 1 frame per second, which is a little over 1/7 of a speed boost, which is somewhat significant. And obviously this just helps a little bit when you're playing back stuff in the viewport and navigating the viewport in general. And then I'll go back to the camera here quick, and we'll pick a frame sort of in the middle. And I'll just start the shading here. You can kind of see how long it takes to run the samples. We'll leave the overlays on so we can see the sample count up here on the top of the screen. But this just gives you an idea of how fast this is in a fairly heavy scene. So this will play through for just a few seconds, and then I will go back and record this result, and we can kind of look at the other results from the GPUs that I've tested. Okay, so let's talk about the rendering results. In the classroom scene, the RTX 5060 was very, very close to the 9070 XT from AMD. It took 19 seconds, and I've got all of the 5060 results highlighted in green for today's tests, and I will have screenshots of these posted so you can refer to them later if you want to see the rest of the list. Next scene was the barbershop, and you can see here it's kind of a similar story. The 5060 is just a little slower than the 9070 XT, and it's actually only a little bit faster than the 4060, and it's still slower than the 4060 Ti. So I find those results a little bit interesting, but again, compare those later if you would like to. In the Lone Monk scene, this is the one that's always weird. The 5060 is quite a bit slower than the 9070 XT, which is way up here on this list. AMD, Apple, and Intel all perform better on this one than Nvidia for some reason. But so this one falls down the list a bit in this test, but it's very similar to the 4060 and 4060 Ti again. So not any sort of speed boost from the 40 series to the 50 series within the same categories. And that's true if you look at all of the different tiers. The 70 Ti series GPUs are the exact same story. So it looks like there's just really no advantage to the 50 series in actual ray tracing like Blender rendering. And finally, for rendering the Scanlan scene, the 5060 is just slightly slower than the 4060 Ti, and it's actually a fair bit faster than the 9070 XT in this scene. So you can see that scene to scene, the results vary quite a bit, but you get pretty consistent numbers if you compare specific GPUs, especially from the same brand. So look for that post if you want to see these numbers again, and eventually I will share a copy of this spreadsheet so people can kind of manipulate it and do some other calculations if they want to. So watch for that eventually. So for the Viewport frame rate test, again, I have the 5060's results in green here. The faster result here was with the Vulcan backend, and that one got 7.7 frames per second while playing the animation. And with OpenGL, it got 6.7. And over here, I just kind of did the calculation. It's about a 15% speed up on the RTX 5060 in the Viewport to use Vulcan. So it is definitely worth it. And if you look at these other results, especially the 9060 XT, that one had an even higher percentage jump. So using the Vulcan backend for animating and Viewport work seems to be super worth it, and I haven't found any negative aspects to using it so far. I've been using it in my normal animation workflow too. So check that out if you didn't know that was in there. That was a big update in Blender 4.5. Really just a large speed boost for free in the Viewport, and that is where you're going to spend most of your time in Blender anyway. Finally, we'll talk about the Blender Opendata benchmark. And so here, again, in green is the 5060. You can see the total scores in this column here. The 5060 is still quite a bit faster than the 9070 XT in this synthetic test. And you can see the other results here. One of the other ones I find interesting is the Apple M4 Max, which is outperforming some GPUs that I didn't expect it to. So I'll have more of these results as I get more GPUs tested. But that's it for the data for now. If you want to see something else, let me know. I should have a bunch of animation stuff coming soon. Trying to learn some motion capture and retargeting stuff, so that'll be a lot of fun. And then the next GPU video is actually the AMD R9700 AI Pro with 32 gigs of VRAM. I have that in hand. I'm going to test it really soon, and we'll see if the only thing AMD is missing is their software, because I have a hunch that this thing might run faster than the 9070 XT just because it has a little bit better back end, and all of their software tricks are a little more developed for the Pro cards. But we'll see. That's the next GPU video. Should be coming out pretty soon, so watch for that. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.